If you and I would have spoken, let's say 8 or 9 years ago, and I would have told you silver is going to pan out to be the greatest investment of our lifetime, and if you would have taken my word on that, or had a little faith in me, you would have seen roughly a 700% increase in the money you invested in silver over that time. Well, it's about 9 years later. Many people that I spoke to and told those exact words to did not lend me that faith or that insight. And now it's 9 years later, and I'm having a conversation with them once more. And I'm saying, John, look, the world monetary system is in collapse. We are in a debt bubble. There is no getting around that. There's no arguing that. Every expert on the planet will agree that we are in a debt bubble / crisis. There's no denying that. If you look throughout history, we have never seen a fiat, meaning a paper currency backed by nothing, last on average longer than 37 years. So the US dollar has trumped that. It's been about 40 years now since the US dollar has detached from gold entirely. Now this is a unique situation. It's a world reserve currency that's backed just simply by debt and our military might. Basically our pressure, our thumb on the world saying, hey, you use these dollars in oil transactions or we will invade. That's basically it. Well, that's coming to an end. We're looking at China and India both set to purchase oil from Iran to skirt the U.S. sanctions with gold and silver and other commodities. The reason why I like silver more than gold, and don't get me wrong, I love gold as well. It's the currency of kings, and there's no other metal like it. But silver has been suppressed artificially for years and years, much more so than gold, because it's a much smaller market and easier to manipulate. So the price of silver today is far lower than the market value if these manipulations weren't on there. How high, nobody knows. But we do know that there's a very limited supply of silver on the planet right now for investment. Most of the silver that gets mined gets thrown away eventually, meaning it doesn't get recycled. So the silver that's in the cell phones that practically everybody has, the computers we use, it's in glass and mirrors and batteries, pesticides, solar panels, batteries, on and on. There's over 10,000 industrial applications used with using silver, and there's no replacement for it. There's no other metal on this planet that can do what silver does. So if we ran out of silver today, it would be lights out for the planet. Okay, and for example, we've got palladium up over $600 an ounce right now. If palladium vanished from the earth would keep churning along. Now you've got silver today, it's below $35 an ounce, believe it or not. Now this is a much more needed industrial metal than palladium. It's $600 an ounce. So why is palladium $600 an ounce where it's not as needed as silver, and silver at $35 an ounce? Well, it's simple. It's manipulated to that price. It's not the real price. Silver is on sale and has been on sale for many, many years. So, highly recommend you back the truck up and buy as much physical silver as you can muster right now. Sell those stocks, sell those CDs, sell those whatever, bonds, U.S. Treasury bonds especially, and buy physical silver. Now, why do you want physical silver as opposed to an ETF or a stock? Again, those are all manipulated. Third-party risk. It's the paper electronic game, which will have major problems moving forward. So I'm not saying don't invest some portion of your portfolio in those types of investments, but have enough in physical where you feel comfortable. If the digital paper system went down, meaning all of that paper digital wealth disappeared, you would at least feel comfortable that you have some physical, tangible wealth in hand. So I'm not saying don't speculate in the mining stocks or the ETFs, but again, that is a speculative bet. Do it with money that you could live without if that should happen. Now, another reason why I really like silver, again, it's going back to the gold-silver ratio. Historically, if you look out throughout history, the golden ratio, so to speak, is 15 to 1. So it takes 15 ounces of silver to match 1 ounce of gold. Well, today we're looking closer to 50 to 1, meaning it takes 50 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. So that means either gold has to come down a lot or silver has to go up a lot. Well, knowing that the governments of the world are printing money out of hand and we're in a debt bubble. In fact, this debt bubble is so huge it is literally mathematically impossible to pay it off. So there's only one avenue. It's to keep printing, to keep pumping up this bubble until the currency bubble pops. Now when that currency bubble pops, that's when we will see a herd mentality running into precious metals. And there's not a lot of it. There's not a lot of above ground silver or gold compared to the amount of dollars that will be seeking that investment. So it'll be kind of like a good metaphor that I heard from another investor. It's kind of like pushing the contents of Hoover Dam, the water of Hoover Dam, through a garden hose. That's how the garden hose is the size of the gold and silver market. The amount of money that will be rushing into this market is the size of the water capacity in Hoover Dam. So that's a pretty good analogy. And silver is even far smaller than the gold market. And knowing how small the market is compared to the amount of investment dollars, it won't be long to where a few billionaires put just a small portion of their portfolio into physical silver, that we will see an amazing price shock in this arena. So this is my quick little message to kind of open you up to the silver opportunity. I wholeheartedly, sincerely, whether it's through us or another company, to seriously look at silver, transferring some of your digital paper investments into physical, tangible silver. Get it in hands, store it in a safe place that you feel comfortable with, but also prepare for the coming financial paradigm change, which is happening as I speak. Also, you'll notice on the frequently asked questions pull down on our website, wholesalegoldgroup.com, you'll see a tab called preparations. So those are preparations to consider for this coming shift: food, energy, protection, Plan B, all that stuff. Anyways, I hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed this information and it helps you make an informed decision. Please contact us or myself directly if you have any questions. Thank you. Take care.